Hello everybody and welcome back to Let's Play Final Fantasy Tactics with me, Get Daved. Off camera, I did a little bit of tinkering, and before we proceed with the next mission, I'm just going to do explanation of a couple things regarding the game's class system, so skip ahead if you don't want to know. Otherwise, here we go. So, I haven't done a ton of explaining on this stuff, but basically your characters level up as a general level and as a job level. So you'll see there's a level 7 by Rams's face icon in the top left. And down below, we've got level 6 Squire, level 2 Chemist, and so on. How it works is, their general stats, which are these underlying numbers that you never really see, are all determined by what level they are. Every time you gain a level, they go up, probably. And there is a way to level down in the game, but we're just not going to talk about it. It's like really hardcore players will use it for optimization strats, so we're not going to get into that. Anyway, so you level up, your underlying stats go up. Depending on which class you are determines how much those underlying stats go up. So if you do a lot of time as a knight, you'll generally have more hit points as someone who did a lot of time as a mage, even if you're both the same class. Which makes sense, you know? If we both switch to Squire after one guy does a ton of time as a knight and another guy does a ton of time as a mage, the guy who spent more time as a mage will have more MP, the guy who did more time as a knight will have more HP. There's your job level on top of all of that, which is, like, in a way, not super important. As you gain job points, your job level will go up. You generally need 2,800, something like that. A reasonable number to get to level 8, which is the highest job levels go. They influence how many JP you gain with every action, and aside from that are kind of meaningless. You care more about just your job points in general, because that's what you spend to learn new abilities. And every time you do a meaningful action in combat, you gain JP and experience points. Usually, at the start you'll gain about 15 job points, and towards the end we'll be getting like 40 to 60. With every action, just because we'll have so many job levels that it'll slowly be incrementing how fast our characters learn. Experience points is always a base of 10, and I've explained how that formula works. So 10 actions generally gets you a level up, unless you're over-leveled. Now when it comes to switching jobs, this is the other time job levels matter, but again, job levels are really just a derivative of your total number of points. Don't get too caught up in them. So, Ramza has done time as a Squire. He's a level 6 Squire. If we go over here, press Select, we can see that to become a Knight you have to at least be a level 2 Squire. And to become a Monk, you must at least be a level 3 Knight. So, basically, you gotta do some time as a Squire to become a Knight, then do some time as a Knight to become a Monk. Archer requires Squire level 2 as well. There's basically two branches. One is all of the physical classes, the other is all of the magical classes. The Squire is basically the gateway to all of the physical classes, although sometimes you need a little bit of time in a magical class, because some of them, like a Geomancer, is a little bit of a hybrid, so you need a little bit of skill with both. But you can still divide the class tree into two very symmetrical portions with a fairly obvious divide between physical and magical. And there's actually some really cool geometric representations of it, which, if you Google it, you'll know it when you see it. You'll be like, oh hey, that's really neat. So, Chemists are your gateway to all the magical classes. So like a level 2 Squire lets you become either a Knight or an Archer. A level 2 Chemist will let you become a White Mage or a Black Mage, and then you've got another branching path. If you're good at Black Magicry, you can become a Time Mage. I believe a level 2 White Mage will unlock Mediator. We can check. Because Eurydice did time. Maybe not. It might be level 3. Either way, it's convenient we've switched to Eurydice because I want to make her a White Mage for this next fight. For two reasons. One is, in that last fight, we got enough JP for her to have Auto Potion, which is like the last chemist move I want for a little while anyway. So there's a 70% chance, because her bravery is 70, that when she gets hit, she'll use a potion on herself, which is awesome. And then I'm going to switch her to White Mage because that's also useful, and we happen to have that lovely robe, who's currently used by... Oh right, I didn't actually intend to make Ramza a squire. Pardon me. Incidentally, most squires can't actually wear robes, but Ramza's a special type of squire, even though, just like Delita is also. It says squire, but you can think of them as a squire plus. And as the game goes on, Ramza, his base squire class actually keeps getting better and better. So by the end, he'll be capable of being a squire plus plus. So we'll just optimize. That'll give her the Silken Robe, which will increase her MP, so she can actually cast quite a bit now. 48 MP versus, like, we had 16 at one point. Make sure the equipment's good. Also, since some of my equipment was smashed in the previous battle, I ran back and bought some new stuff, and it's actually pretty good. We got ourselves an Iron Helm and Chainmail, and lots of hit points on Ramza. So that's the good news. Anyway, I hope that gives a general idea for how the class system works. Anyone can become any class, but you have to, you know, do time to get there. And remember, you can gain job levels. You gain job points by hanging out with people of other classes. So you can slowly gain job levels that way as well. So, like for example, Eurydice, if we look at her abilities, just go to the Learn menu. She's a level 2 knight, and that's just by virtue of having hung out with Delita and Ramza, who are both knights as well. So, very slowly you can advance that way. Most classes don't have very high requirements, like you only need to get to level 2 or 3 for most of them. Later on, some of the requirements are a bit higher, like there's some level 5s, and then some very isolated classes require 8s and other conditions, but you can probably unlock 75% of the classes by just getting your basic jobs to level 3 or 4. The other thing I've talked about a little bit is also... So Ramza's base squire class is a little bit different. Throughout the game we'll get more unique characters that aren't just these generics, and instead of having a squire base class, they'll have one that's truly unique to them. So Agrias, who we saw in the beginning cinematic, or the prologue battle I should call it, her base class was Holy Knight. She will never learn the squire's basic abilities like Throw Stone and Rush and Focus. She won't learn those, but her new base class is actually outrageously superior, so I wouldn't worry about it too much. Some of the other unique classes are better, some aren't, but, you know, that's how it goes. Most of them are better. Yeah, it seems like everybody in your group is turning to kidnapping. So they were sneaking in with the plot to kill Dysadarg, I guess, but maybe they were being manipulated into that? It's hard to tell. I think they might still be pawns even in their rebellion, their own idealism being used as a tool. What are you proposing? Wiegraf wants to go down fighting. Even in that, values noble blood higher than his own, though. Do you want to go down fighting or not? Oh, emulation mishap. I might need to fidget. This is disappointing. I'm gonna fidget. There we are. It'd be interesting how this affects him. If only we'd taken longer. Wonder what that statement meant. If you're participating in a rebellion, caring about your own life may be a liability. Alright. I think that's pretty much it. This is one of the harder missions in the game in a way. Wiegraf is just quite powerful. And, I mean, look, you tend to encounter him in situations. Because we'll see a little bit of him throughout the game. Not to spoil too much, but he's slippery. But he's powerful, and you never really get to take him on in an advantageous situation. I'll put it that way. He's legitimately sorry. So all we have to do is take him out. He has pretty good equipment, but I don't know, we could probably buy it kind of soon, so I'm not going to worry about not having a thief. You can really compromise Wiegraf's ability, though, by stealing his sword or breaking his sword. We don't have that ability, but just so you know, you can really undermine him. Well, some connection. Maybe you don't. Here it comes. This ability should look familiar. We're basically fighting Agrius. Although, Wiegraf's physically stronger than she is. Which is its own problem. Nervous laugh. Also, I haven't done a ton of grinding like I did a bit for our mission in Dordor City, but you'll note almost all of them are on a higher level now. That was actually a pretty good setup. Got level 9 Wiegraf and then 6s and 7s for the rest of their team. Even numbers, 5 on 5. Okay, actually, we're doing okay. The obvious strategy is to just really go after Wiegraf and try killing him quickly. I think I favor a more indirect approach. I think we gotta get that Chocobo killed as well, because it has healing ability. If we deal with that, they're toast. Okay, there we go. So their healer is already taken care of. Can only get 21 hit points undeleted. He has reasonable faith. Oh yeah, Eurydice doesn't. I mean, 56, it's not terrible, but... Just don't... I don't know if it's Zodiac incompatibility or what, but... our best healing with an item is probably going to be 30 hit points. I do have some high potions in stock, but... this is an interesting pickle. Okay, and we have no healing potential from Wiegraf. Well, he'll have the opportunity to get himself to safety. That's all we can really do for him. In the end, if he soaks up another hit, that's a service to the team. We're also super vulnerable to getting hit with Judgment Blade if Wiegraf targets this square, so... Whoops. I think that's relatively safe. Also, when I went to buy equipment, I've mentioned this already, but there's some pretty good stuff for sale, including a new bow. Alright, 16, and 60% of 35 is more than 16, I think. Dun, dun, dun. That's 14, yep. And it paid off. Now prepare for Wiegraf to decimate us with his sword abilities. Oh, goodness. So that's actually one of my least favorite abilities to have used on me. It has a random chance of killing you. Like, just outright. Yeah, keep using it. What a lovely ability. And potions are so cheap. I also purchased back up to 40 of those. Huh. I think I'm gonna pull back with Ramza. I'm gonna try to get some health on him, because we might need to set up a one-on-one very soon. Cursed 48. Well, maybe we can scare her off. Actually, no. I know exactly what I want to do here. I'm actually going to end the turn here so I get another action a bit sooner. We're going to let Wiegraf finish that one off. Perfect, 100% accuracy. The only question is, can we do a bit better with black magic? %, accuracy, so yes. Yes, we can. Yeah. Really, I should be worrying about Ramza's HP because he's more important to the team, but Thought I healed Milleuda when I had the chance. Wiegraf, you should focus on him. Sure, let's dance. His HP is... ah, boy. Not good enough. Okay, let's check our range to Wiegraf too. Because I really don't want to have him taken down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, I think we're safe from everything Wiegraf can do to us right here. So... Milleuda's got the obvious opportunity to kill, unless he's, like, programmed to just seek out and destroy Wiegraf. I'm gonna take that gamble and just pump up Ramses' speed. I knew it. Why wouldn't you just walk around? Yeah, he wants to be safe. Yep. Okay, so it only did 54 damage, but free kills. I'm shocked Milleuda's still alive. Okay, we'll get lots of opportunities to take him out. We need to approach the enemy. Unfortunately. And this is to try getting around their shielding. 84% chance. I don't like that enough. Now we're talking. When you're trying to move around, your units will form a barrier to the other side, but not to your own. So Ramzo's movement won't be inhibited by the fact that we're blocking him with our own people. The healer. Okay, very carefully counting off of Wiegraf again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Moving here. Means he won't be able to hit us with that action. Putzing around here because I know Wiegraf's going to be the next one to act. Alright, Milleuda. If you can figure out how to get there. Good. Don't Earth Slash me again. Alright. Earth Slash is like the most expensive move a monk can learn, and it's quite good. And it's the case could be made that it's bad luck for us that their monk was able to have it. Nice. Alright, let's do it. Well, I don't think that's gonna end well. And we're gonna need a little bit of... Nope! Luck here. Oh my goodness. I don't know, she seemed to want it. He's right. Ooh. Well. That's alright. It always comes down this way if you can't get his sword. No, for real, Wiegraf's pretty much right about everything. Alright, cross your fingers, everybody. Oh no! Well, we're screwed. So Rush can do more damage. Oh, this did not go well. Aim +1? Okay, we can get Thundera off. That's not going to be enough firepower. There we are. Ooh, the random number generator did not kill us. So when those countdowns get to 0, we are indeed dead. Alright, Wiegraf, it's all up to you. Is 23 going to be enough, and will it hit? There we go. He said he'd fight to the death, but here he is running away. I'm not sure if Zalbek was in on it. Yeah. So they play their game. Yep. You can always just replace them with your friend and be sure. Ooh. And we've done it! And none of our people crystallized, which means they're all still alive. A landslide victory for Get Daved. I have beaten this game without doing any grinding, but we may need to do some before the next fight. I'll probably try to get away with not doing that. But seriously, grind if you're in this situation. Just one level is all it takes. Ah, this again. Well, I think Fraggle Rock had his own ideas. When two elephants fight, it's the grass that suffers, Delita. One quick recap about the battle we just had. So, one or two people, very few of my characters were put to HP 0, they were knocked out, and those little counters appeared above their heads. Starts at 3, their CT gauge keeps filling, so it'll go from 0 to 100. Every time it goes to 100, that little counter above their head will go down by 1. If it reaches 0, and their gauge fill is one more time, then they will crystallize, and they're gone forever. Or sometimes they turn into a treasure chest, which is even more depressing. So you can recover one piece of equipment they were wearing. So yeah, that's what would happen. So everyone's okay. The enemy crystallized, but we did not. And that's how it works. See you all in the next episode.